Hello there, welcome to Inquiring Minds. My name is Doug and I'm back with another Murray's Moments Quickie fountain pen review. Here is the fountain pen kindly loaned to me for review by my friend Murray. It's a Pilot Justus 95. I'd seen this model online and in reviews and always wondered whether the adjustable 14 karat gold nib was a gimmick or something actually useful. The Pilot Justus was introduced by Pilot in 2013 in the 95th year of the company, hence 95. Justus, spelled Justus, doesn't have anything to do with equal or fair treatment under the law, but is a contraction of the two words adjust and us. Perhaps it's just the pen model calling on the user to adjust us, adjust us. I don't know, it's weird. The pen comes in two finishes, one with straight engraved lines on the cap and barrel, and one with a barleycorn guilloche pattern of engravings. This is the barleycorn guilloche pattern. It's a very subtle texture. Get up close and you can see. You can just feel it on the surface, and I quite like it. It gives the pen a little bit of a sparkle and a little bit of grip as well, even though it's very, very smooth. The top finial is flat and the cap tapers up to two gold cap bands, which says Justus 95 on the front and Pilot Japan on the back in deeply engraved letters. The gold-plated clip is sword-shaped and is nicely springy and usable, and it has an engraved border on it with a chevron on the very top. The barrel tapers down to another gold ring which separates the barrel from the end finial, which is flat on the bottom. The cap, barrel, and section are all injection molded plastic. The cap unscrews with one revolution to reveal the long plastic tapering section, the roughly number 6 size 14 karat gold Pilot FM nib, and the plastic ring at the top of the section that adjusts the nib. And that has an H and an S and some arrows showing direction. So you turn the ring to make the nib harder in that direction, and you turn the ring to make the nib softer in that direction. The nib has Pilot Japan on one side and FM for fine medium and 14K 585 for the gold content on the other side. And when you turn that ring, it moves that tension bar on the top of the nib back and forth. There, it's back all the way, and so that's the soft setting, and there it's forward all the way, and that is the hard setting. The section unscrews to reveal the included Con 70 Pilot converter, and it will accept Pilot cartridges as well. The pen is a good size and balances nicely in the hand, posted or unposted. And here's the Pilot Justus with a Pilot Metropolitan, a Pilot 78G, and you can see how big it is against those other Pilots. It's even bigger than my Leonardo Momento Zero Grande. It's even bigger than my Leonardo Momento Zero. So let's check out what that nib Justus is all about when we're writing. So here is the Pilot Justus. I'm going to post it. Pilot Justus 95, and it has a FM or fine medium 14 karat gold nib. Let's check the wetness. It's decently wet and very smooth with a little feedback. Again, a smooth nib is not a surprise with Pilot. Some of the best nibs in the world are from Pilot. And the ink, I think the ink is a Roshizuku Konpeki. And the line this nib makes is around 0.5 millimeters, which is roughly a Western fine. And let's check out some line variation here. This is with the nib at the H setting or hard. And let's adjust it back again. And that's now at the soft setting, and give it a try. Yeah, certainly it is softer and easier to flex when it's in that S position. So that's the S position right there. So I'm getting a lot more natural line variation with my normal pressure, which is not too much. I don't like to put too much pressure on the page, and I don't like a nib that I have to push to flex. It's just unnatural writing for me. I know people do copperplate calligraphy or Spencerian calligraphy. You go light and then push, and then go light and then push. It's just not a natural handwriting for me, but this is very, very comfortable in both settings. You can certainly feel the difference in the writing experience, either a stiff experience or a smooth, soft kind of a bounce to the nib. So I can't really see how I would use this nib in practice. I think I'd find a setting that I like and just keep it there, which begs the question, why not just get a nib with those qualities? Well, I think there are people that might prefer to have the writing experience variable, especially if you're going to invest in one pen that will be your everyday writer in every circumstance. If you need a stiffer nib experience for cheaper papers and writing on forms or making impressions, and then you want a different, softer experience for your writing on your favorite papers at a more leisurely pace, when you might want your writing to be more expressive with a little flex, this might be the pen for you. It's like a Swiss Army knife of a pen. As to the pen itself, it's a good size in the hand. I really do like the size, especially when it's posted. I want to hold this pen slightly further back in my grip when it's posted, and that just makes it very, very nice in the hand. Pilot certainly knows how to make a well-balanced fountain pen. This nib is a little bit too fine for my liking, but the pen writes beautifully, both in the H setting and the S setting. The one thing I don't like about this pen is how I can't seem to adjust this nib without getting ink all over myself. I've washed my hands more often with this pen in the last couple weeks than with my infamous Fountain Pen Revolution Himalaya. And I don't like how the ink tends to stick and smear on the top of the nib whenever you adjust it. And even when I wipe that nib off, the ink keeps creeping around the base and underneath that adjuster spring. So I think my Pilot E95S is going to continue to be the best Pilot that I own. The Pilot Justus 95 currently retails for around $336 US, the same price as a Pilot 823, which I've got my sights on becoming part of my collection someday. I think I prefer the more traditional nib and larger ink capacity of the 823. I just wish that the 823 had more color choices than clear, gray, and amber. Maybe like blue, that would be nice. And there you have it. Thanks go out to Murray for loaning me his Justus. It's fascinating that I'm getting Justus on a loan from a lawyer. And that just leaves it for me to say, thank you for watching. And that's all she wrote.
I made this.